What is the maximum value of a numeric bash shell variable? I'm curious as to what happens when a numeric variable in bash is incremented up without purposely stopping it. How large can the number get? Will it overflow and become negative and just continue to increment forever? Will it break and skid to a stop at some point? I am using an x86_64 AMD processor, but I would be happy to hear 32-bit answers as well. Just specify what you are talking about. I am running Fedora 21 64-bit. I've googled far and wide but haven't found this specific tidbit for some odd reason. It seems like it would be a basic piece of info in all the manuals and such.
It may come down to your version of bash, your OS, and your CPU architecture. Why don't you try it yourself? Set a variable to 2 to the power of 31 minus 1, then increment it. Set it to 2 to the power of 32, then increment it. Set it to 2 to the power of 64, then increment it, etc. Here, I just tried it myself on my Core i7 Mac running OS X El Capitan v10.11.3, and it looks like bash is using signed 64-bit integers.
I improved and automated at Spiff's answer.
I set up a loop. While return status is 0, increment a variable with addition and print the variable to stout. I started it just under 2 to the power of 31, I let it pass both 2 to the power of 31 and 2 to the power of 32 with no issue, stopped it, then set the initial value to just under 2 to the power of 63. The result was that it seamlessly rolled over from 9.22e18 to minus 9.22e18 and continued to increment positively towards 0. Just to check that my while $equation 0 was actually using the exit status of the commands within the while loop, not using the exit status of the previous script or some oddity. I also ran it with an extra command inside the loop designed to create a non-zero exit status at particular increments. So it is signed, it will roll over rather than stop at max value, and it does so without any error message. So it is possible to end up in a truly infinite loop. It does not limit the 64-bit hardware and 64-bit Linux OS to an old 16 or 32-bit standard.
Bash use 64-bit integer. So if you increase after variable reaching its max number, variable will overflow. Below is my test with unsigned int and signed integer.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.